Hawkeye Newsman.
Part 6. Les Nessman.
Les Nessman, winner of
the Golden Sow Award.
The Golden Sow Award, yeah.
Yeah, WKRP, yeah.
Winner of the Golden Sow.
Yeah, because Venus had taken a job at the station from New Orleans. He was the disc jockey in New Orleans.
Yep.
Bailey was pretty much Andy's right hand, pretty much second in command.
Right.
Whatever Andy, if Andy needed help, he always went to Bailey because Bailey was
programming and advertising.
Yeah.
And Andy was program director.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Carlson was just the money guy. He pretty much just let Andy do whatever he wanted, though, too.
He was just the owner.
No, he was not the owner. No, Mama Carlson.
Mom Carlson, that's right.
Yeah, Mama Carlson was the owner, yeah.
Yeah, she was the owner.
Yeah, he was the station manager. Herb was your go-to salesman because Herb was really good at making sales.
Oh, yeah.
Herb was terrific at that.
Yep.
Les was your news guy. Venus was just your late-night disc jockey. And Johnny was the morning man, and Jennifer was...
the admin.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, it was really set up actually like a radio station.
It was. It really was.
Most radio stations back in the day were set up pretty much like...
Yeah. And then when they did the revival of the series, though, too, Fred Stewart was one of the cast members.
Right.
Tawny Katane was one of the cast members, too. Tawny was...
That's right. She was. You're right. I remember that.
McClady Williamson was in the Andy Travis role. He was the program director. Trying to think. Herb, Les, and Carlson were all back. I think Mama Carlson came back once or twice.
Right.
Because they did one episode where they were setting up. Oh, somebody had found a letter, and they said there was supposedly some secret treasure buried inside the building, and they had to run around and try to find it all. It was hilariously funny.
Right. I have to watch a few of those reboots.
I did too. A lot of the reboots I've actually enjoyed over the years, though, too. WKRP was one that they did it right, and it got, I think, 2 or 3 years in syndication, which wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Especially for the early 90s when syndication was a nuisance.
I don't think there's any doubt, though, of what the most famous episode of all WKRPs is.
The turkey drop.
The turkey drop. That is infamous. Even people that never watched WKRP
know the line.
Know about the turkey drop. Yeah. And know the line. Oh my God, they're turkeys.
I always sit and watch the pilot just for a great laugh.
Yeah.
The pilot was hilariously funny, though, too. Where Andy hands Johnny that stack of rock and roll records.
Yep.
And Johnny looks at the records, he grabs the record, rips it in half, goes goodbye to the elevator music, and he puts that rock record on, and then he's looking, and he's thinking, what am I going to do here? And then that little smile creeps across his face, and then it goes, and then he just starts laughing maniacally and scratches that record and goes off. And, and that is brilliant. That was pure brilliance from Howard Hessman. I honestly don't know if that was scripted. I bet you dollars to donuts that was ad-libbed.
Yeah. And he first sits down there at the mic, and this is Dr. Johnny Fever, and I'm burning it up in here.
You got the Dr. Johnny Fever. He just ad-libbed that off the top of his head and ran with it.
Just making it up.
That's radio, though.
That's radio, man.
You got to make it up.
Yep. That's radio.
In about 10 miles, turn left onto Main